So apart from making movies, you were also quite familiar among many Malaysians, okay, who were still around during the early 2000s because you were a poster boy. Are you still a poster man today or poster boy for Pensonic? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us
yes.
about that.
Yeah, I was all over town and you see some billboards, right?
Yeah, I mean I've seen it and I remember I was driving with my mother and she
You see a big, huge
she
head
said, oh,
there,
this
smiling.
guy, this young man, he's who is this Alan Yoon? And I said, I don't know. I said he got teeth like horse, his teeth like horse.
Horse.
I was so
Oh my
critical.
God.
My mother said, no, he's good looking.
Really? Your mom did say?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She did say that. She's 89 now and she still
Yeah,
remembers
because I
that.
still remember there are a few like headshots of me all over
Yeah, you
Klang Valley. There's one in PJ, probably
yeah, you
stay
were
around
the
there,
one
yeah.
in PJ and you were like this here, like,
Yeah.
and to me it's like a whole set of these. Are they dentures or what?
Well, actually, okay. I've hardly shared this part of the story on my relationship with Pensonic family. So it's all dated. Let's rewind back lah. In the late 90s.
Late 90s, okay.
Okay, 90s, 2000 lah. I came out with an album, just one. So it's like a one-hit wonder.
Right, so
Right.
he's also a singer.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
all right.
So, but the album is in Chinese, okay, and Pensonic was actually the investor. Yeah, I mean they're the one who produced, the entire album, the whole idea, and all that. That's how I get to know the family, and I keep a very close relationship with them, and then that became like family of mine as well. So in 2005 or 2007, over a cup of coffee, with Nelson Chu, who is
The son of
the founder, the youngest son of the founder, and he's also heading the marketing department, and she said, why not we do something about the branding. She wanted to rebrand Pensonic, and since then we infused human elements into the brand, and we have like 12 ambassadors, Malay, Chinese, all sorts of races, very one Malaysia, and that's how we started with the head all over, without putting any appliances. So people was like wondering, hey, what is this, And after 6 months, then we replace it we put a product next to it. So every ambassador represent one product, kitchen appliances. Yeah. So it became like a talk of the town. Yeah. So we call ourselves the Pensonic friend. Yeah. And literally everybody also came up with this slogan, Pensonic. I mean, friend of what, things like that. Yeah. So it started then, in the late 90s until now. We still keep a very close relationship.
Do you still do? You are now an ambassador for them, right?
No longer an ambassador, but I would say what do you call that? Content provider, because now we are influencer, like KOL for their brands and things like that, right? This is the new wave. This is the new vibe, the new rather than being engaged and as a fixed ambassador. Yeah.
But my first Pensonic kitchen appliances was a toaster. It lasted 4 years, so I give credit to Pensonic. Yeah, before that I bought a branded one and it was lasted about a year plus and it's gone. I was, for sure I was toasting bread, that's all. I don't know why it didn't last that long. But Pensonic, yeah,
Yeah.
It lasted 4 years, so I give credit to them, and it
Again-
just somehow boosts my confidence. I never heard of Pensonic before that, and
That's good. That's a very good sharing. Yeah, because how did the Pensonic name came by? It's actually sound from Penang, Penang Sonic. Because one of the first appliances that the founder get is a clock radio from Japan, so Sonic. So Pensonic, sound from Penang.
Okay.
This is how they get the name. And again, it's local appliances, and then we should support local product, right?
Yeah.
And also must give credit to the family for what they've done to set a very good example. And yeah, I also want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Nelson Chew, the younger son, and then for giving me this opportunity, to be part of the entire campaign, and also to keep these close ties. And I'm very fortunate to know them.
All over the media, they feature you as the entrepreneur. Tell us, what kind of business are you in?
This is a good question. I don't know where should I begin with. Anything got to do with money making, I'll get myself involved, right?
You just
This is
like
how I
money.
started, right?
Okay,
From
alright.
trading, from some small little food store, and because I don't like to put all my money into one basket. Whenever I earn some money, then I want to actually multiply it, or reinvest. But as I think back, it's very naive, and then because we sometimes when you're young, when you will do things without boundary, right? And that's when you fall. That's when you lose your hard-earned money because you never do research and homework, right? So if I have chance, I'll probably be more selective with the things that I've done previously and now. But as I grow older, when I get myself, already involved, must as well just finish the race, right? So currently I'm into F&B, right? It's not an easy journey. It's not an easy industry, but if you put your heart and soul and passionate about it, I'm sure you will see the silver lining, right? There's always a saying, if you want to destroy somebody, you introduce he or she into F&B industry, because there will be no break. Every day there is a problem. But before I give up, I want to do my best, and I want to see my best leads me to where, right? So this is one of it. Another thing is, which I've just mentioned, I was given a chance to rebrand Pensonic, so I have to have a advertising agency. So I'm also running a small boutique advertising agency, right? And then the money that I make before I reinvest into properties, all right? You're talking about 10, 15 years ago. And then I sold most of it. I still leave some which have got good yield, right? Like shop lots, and things like that. So yeah, when you make money, when you have money, save them and invest them in the right way. All right. For me, it's a bit conservative, because then there's no NFT, there's no Bitcoin, there's no cryptocurrency. It's only lately, this. Yeah. So during then, I'll just invest into properties and conservative, traditional business.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to tell us what are the F&B restaurants you are running right now?
The longest brand that I'm running now it's called Lima Pulau by Baba Can Cook, right? It's a Peranakan or Baba Nyonya restaurant. Right?
That's the one located in Jalan
Jalan
Dorai
Sami,
Okay,
yes.
all right.
We're there for almost 9 years already. Okay. And then the second one will be Wupin Fish and Noodle at Jalan Kamuting. Okay, there are a lot of Wuping out there, but this particular one has a very nice ambience, and it's like a signature, for that brand. And we serve one of the best Portuguese tart in town. Yeah, and it's like eating with a very nice concept, and surrounded by all this nostalgic, what do you call it, collectible, ambience and decorative items, right? I have a small kiosk at the Rex, doing pastry,
Okay.
yeah. And up and coming, we might have another so-called cafe or eatery in Setapat area. So, yeah.
And when is that scheduled to open?
Probably end of the year.
End of the year.
Yeah.
All right. So
If everything
remember
goes
that.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So Alan is running 4 different F&B outlets,
Oh, yep, and also into durian business.
and also durian business. So for durian lovers, remember to look up for what's the name of the durian?
Durian
brand?
King 70s.
Durian King 70s. Durian King 70s.
Yeah.
All right. To wrap it up, let us play a little game here. I'm going to ask you some question. Okay. What's the most embarrassing moment in your life?
Wow. I have selective memories lah. So I guess was at my preschool, I was asked to give a speech, right? Because prior to that, you were given ample of time to remember your a final speech, graduation speech, and I screwed it up. Yeah, I screwed it up very badly. So I was crying throughout, and literally they have backup. They have backup. They always have backup. And there was another young girl who, took over and finished whatever I left behind. Right? And I remember I tripped and fall a few times during fashion show. Yeah, and I cried.
Oh,
During my
cried?
and I cried
how
during.
old were you then?
I was 21, I think. 21, 22.
21, man. Oh.
During my Meet the Fans, I have a small concert at Life Center. I was too touched to see so many people came that night, so I cried, yeah.
What kind of concert was it? You singing?
For my album?
Oh, for your album.
yeah.
Okay. All right. My next question is: for the rest of your life, would you rather eat Chinese food every single day, or never have Chinese food ever again? I know you like Chinese food.
Yeah, Chinese food has a lot of. Wait, unless you're asking me to eat wonton min every day, I won't, right? But Chinese food is
It's
this
quite wide range.
range. Yeah. So yeah, literally I can eat different type of Chinese food
So
on a
every
different
day you don't mind.
I don't mind,
Okay. All right.
as long as it's Chinese food, right?
Last one. What's your greatest fear?
Greatest fear?
Yeah. Are you afraid of anything?
My fear is becoming unhealthy lah. I guess health is very important,
Yeah.
right?
All right.
And my late mom is a cancer survivor, but she passed away with other complications. My godfather, he was also one of my pillar in my life, and he died 4 months ago, right? Because of stroke. Yeah. So I guess one has to be healthy, not just physically but mentally, right?
Absolutely.
When you have good health, right, and when you have a good family, all right, when you combine these two together with the support that you get, I think money, career will come very easy to you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Alan Yoon, for coming to this show, and all the best in all your restaurants and business.
Thank you
Thank
very much. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, UCSI.